Serious, former missing persons of Reddit, what's your story? Technically I was a missing person for a day. Went camping with my BF and some friends, and 3 of us decided to do a day-long hike. We told everyone early in the morning, but I guess they went back to sleep and forgot. We went on the hike and it was super fun, but when we headed back down the mountain we find a ranger's truck waiting for us. Our friends had woken up, seen us missing, panicked and called the park rangers, who had been searching remote areas of the park all day. My BF was just happy I was back because he could finally get at the pretzels I had taken with me as a snack. Ran away from home as a child due to abuse. Never went back. Fun fact, I did join the circus, but that was after I was officially adult. But it's fun to say, I ran away from home and joined the circus. When I was younger, I went wandering off outside the Blarney Castle and got separated from my family for almost a day. My mom had the Irish authorities looking for me. They eventually found me casually hanging out in the gift shop. To be fair, I was a really cute kid, eager to please, so I would have been an easy target for kidnappers. I was around 3 or 4 years old. My parents and I got home fairly late, maybe 8:30 to 9 p.m. We have groceries and they decide I'd be fine in my car seat for the 30 seconds it takes to set down a grocery bag and come back. We lived in a pretty remote wooded area, so kidnapping was a remarkably unlikely occurrence. Little me decides it'd be funny to play hide and seek with the parents. I get myself out of my car seat and wedge myself in a little crevice of the minivan. My parents come back and I'm not in my car seat. At the time, I was an only child. Naturally they freak out and somehow don't see me right in front of them. They search all around the house, call the neighbors, and call all of our relatives in an hour's radius. They search for another 20-ish minutes and can't find me, and report me missing. The police come to help search, as a missing persons case cannot be filed within half an hour of losing a child. They search nearly an entire 2-mile radius before one of the neighbors checks the car again, and I pop out of my hiding spot and wave hi. I was 6 years old, playing on the beach. My cousins were nearby and my grandma's house was only steps away. I found a cool group of kids to play with, and decided to go with them on their bus, back to the family church camp they all belonged to. I hung out with them all day, had lunch, played all afternoon, had dinner, and went to the big hall for the evening program when I saw my brother come in the side door and find a grown-up. They went up front and whispered in someone else's ear, the guy on the microphone, and that guy asked if there was a girl without a family in the room. I didn't move. My brother charged up to the front and told the guy my name and he called it out. I had to stand up. My brother pointed right at me and gave me a look that said, "You're dead meat." I was busted. My dad and grandpa were outside and drove me back in silence. I guess I thought I was safe all day. I couldn't explain why I did it. I just wanted to. My family was a mess. They had been searching driftwood piles along the shore all day. The cops were there. I got a spank and then tons of hugs and teary kisses. Oopsie. Sorry fam. When I was about 12, my mom, grandma and me were staying with my badass uncle. Now my uncle is pretty fit and a cop, so he's not the one to mess with. Now one night I was taking my uncle dogs out, 2 big dogs but the way. Soon I see one of them run off at the sight of into the woods, so I do the most stupid thing I can do. Yep. I go into the woods at 1 a.m. in my underwear and shirt. BTW, I'm a female, but this is a very far house where not many other people live. So as I'm walking deeper into the woods I call out my uncle's dog's name. Suddenly I hear some rustling in the bushes, turn to see a dog, but no. There was a grown-ass man about 6 feet tall giving me this smirk. All I remember is I was knocked out cold and woke up with my clothes gone and at a what seemed to be a little hut, so I start walking around and I realize something, I can't move. I try standing up, can't. Most terrifying moment of my life. Was stranded there for a few more hours before my uncle finds me. Scariest shit of my life. Never caught the man though. My uncle has moved, which I'm glad for, since my parents were never gonna let me come over to his old house again. Also, if you're asking about why I couldn't move, whoever the mystery man was seemed to know I might escape and decided to break my legs. Well, that's my crazy story. Sorry for it being super long, my thumbs hurt.